What the heck are you talking
Are
about?
we
Just talking about a nipple
live?
slip here. He's like, your nipple
Nip slip.
slipping.
We don't want to get like in
I'm
future
sure
when this
there'd be
channel gets
some people who
monetized.
would
We don't
actually.
want it to be demonetized with a
It's
little bit of
not
a
gonna
nip
be
slip.
demonetized if a
Nip.
nipple snap.
I mean, who knows? It might be. I mean, that's the life we live in. On a digital world filled with things, a little nip slip kind of get all the freaking YouTube freaks to come out and
New
report things.
channel. We're live,
We
so
are live.
all this talk about a nipple slip is already documented on YouTube.
I mean, yeah. Hey guys,
How's it going? Hey folks, I'm Jerome.
I'm Asif, and welcome to our home. Yeah, we are back. It's been quite an interesting week so far, and we decided to shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
This is
Shake
a
it off.
milkshake.
Yeah, we're doing
mix.
milkshakes. We're trying to be healthy and responsible instead of indulging in beer tonight. We're doing this milkshake.
What is this? Like mango maple syrup?
Yep, mango and maple syrup with milk. That's it. Just 3 ingredients. Keeping it
actually
natural
good.
tonight. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. That maple syrup really brings out that
I think I'll
mango.
have this and then a beer from the fridge later. Ah!
I mean, sure, Diva. Do what you gotta do.
This is good
I was
and
literally talking about, oh, we're being
all. This
responsible.
is good and all, but there's a reason that I went out and got some Imperial IPAs at 8%, so I could enjoy those. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, this is, of course, his effort to cut down on alcohol. This is how it's going so far. Cutting down.
It's okay, it works.
It's not like you had alcohol like Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah, maybe tonight too. Not Monday. It's okay. I was just watching you and Nin on YouTube earlier.
Oh, yeah, she's
the
so funny.
Vietnamese woman with her husband or boyfriend. I think it's a boyfriend.
It's a
actually.
fiance. It's a German fiance. Now. It used to be
Fiancé.
German
Oh, she's
boyfriend.
engaged now.
Yeah, they're
Yes,
engaged.
I want to see a wedding video. This would be
Our
awesome.
favorite German YouTubers, of course. Germany, of course, has quite a few interesting YouTubers, and the most interesting one, of course, is from Vietnam.
She was trying. Yuan was from Vietnam, who's with her German husband. She was trying different German foods, and the most disgusting one she had, they had toast, and then they put lard on it, and then they put onions on it, and then just salt and pepper, and ate. I was like, I had to skip it. And she at the end was just like, I hate that one.
Like, specific bread from my region of where I'm from is called a flaky bread called bakar khani, and bakar khani traditionally is made with freaking animal fats, but you bake
there's
it,
nothing
but you
wrong-
bake it, all of that fat
You-
gets evaporated, so
Yeah, you're not
it just gets
slathering
in.
on the fat, hoping that it stays on so that you can eat this like
Yeah.
thick.
Ooh.
Anyways, the thing that she said was edible. She made this Hawaiian toast, which is just like Hawaiian pizza without the pizza sauce on bread. So
I mean,
I'm
word
like, okay,
diva,
if that works
word
in
diva.
Germany, I'm fair enough with that.
I mean, the idea is, I think we're having some internet issues.
No, don't worry about those.
But yeah, the idea is basically when at least she goes for it. UN tries. UN and her German fiance, they at least try new things. I give it up for her. Yeah, that kind of lard or like bacon grease. Ooh.
Well, what can you say? At least it was better than the news that just came out. Oh my goodness gracious, ridiculousness on the Canadian politics. Right
We're
now.
definitely
don't
not
need
gonna
to
sour
talk
it
about
tonight and talk
that?
about politics at all. That's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
No.
So yeah, I mean, entertainment. It's been an entertaining week for sure. This one wasn't even in the province. Where were you?
No, I was in an undisclosed area in the Greater Toronto area.
Yeah.
Basically, I was down and in and around Toronto, but I was too busy to film. People were like, "Well, why didn't we?" To do actual work,
I
you
did
know.
have an
So
interesting day of filming when I picked him up from the airport. So I filmed actually the video that's up today on Go Go Go.
Yeah.
That snowy bus ride was actually on my way towards the YVR to go and pick you up.
And
So
then I filmed you in a short filming the track coming out of YVR and put that on.
Oh.
People like that too. They're like, it's so
it was
ridiculous.
such an interesting day. It was snowy. It was crazy, but transit was nice
I
for a
don't
bit.
know what's up with Toronto and why, all of a sudden, or, a Toronto, a little bit of snow. Like, it was like minus, like, 20 or 30 or something like that in Toronto. There's ice and snow everywhere. Okay, I had to walk back to the hotel in ice and snow, and like nothing stopped. All the restaurants were open, everything was running, no one was freaking out. And occasionally there were people slipping and sliding because you got idiots over there who don't buy snow tires. But all of a sudden I come back and it's just like there's 30 centimeters of snow. People are freaking out. The SkyTrain isn't running properly.
Subway, they don't have SkyTrains. We have SkyTrains over here.
Well, that's true.
They have called
That's
Subway,
true.
TTC.
But they do have Subway that goes above ground, which is weird in itself. So,
Yeah. But it was like what, minus 23 degrees, so it wasn't really that fun to be out regardless. That's just when the cold snap moved from British Columbia over to Ontario, across over the prairies. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, I mean, I usually like to stay in when the weather is not that particularly great.
True.
But it was an insane time. There were like inches of snow, like inches and inches of snow just poured down, and you don't get that much snow in Vancouver. So it was awesome filming it. I would say
did you leave the
probably, yeah.
VPN on?
Yeah, I do use that. So I think just
That's probably better.
I think yeah, that's what happens. Just for security purposes, you do keep a VPN on. But I'm glad that, you know what, at least we figured out, hopefully the stream will be faster from this point onwards. Jimmy or Jerome at least figured that part out. So yeah. But
yeah, you get a little bit of attention every once in a while. You get some weirdos that come out of the woodwork, and you're just like, oh. And then sometimes you actually, start talking to the weirdos.
no,
and
I
stuff
find like the
that.
scammers are bigger reason, because like nowadays there's so many weird scams and stuff that go on. Even like people get on your Wi-Fi network or something and just try to scam you off of those things. It's
They're
such
not
a weird
targeting anyone specifically.
specific, but yeah. So I don't know. I think in 2024 having a VPN is probably a good idea. Who knows, in future I'll be like, oh my gosh, we were so wrong. But I hope not. I hope we're like, yeah, we did the right thing being safe.
No, because we have a VPN, we're one of the few people that stand out in the crowd because we're actually not having any data collected on us.
It's weird too with
That's
that sort of
ridiculous.
thing. I think security is important. So at least that's resolved. Going back to that trip, on your way back, or at least instead of coming home, I decided to take him to Aberdeen Center, and we had laksa. Well, he had laksa. I had
Laksa
befriending.
at John 316.
Yeah.
That's like definitely a place to
I
go.
wasn't gonna cook regardless, and we were on the SkyTrain line, so we decided to hop on the SkyTrain and go down to
Yeah,
Aberdeen
we only
Center
went
in
like
Richmond.
a few stops. We
Yeah.
YVR, C, the C terminal, and then it's like Bridgeport pretty much, and then you.
Yeah,
might as well just go
then
to
we took the one over
Aberdeen.
to Brighouse, that one, and hopped on one station over to Aberdeen. And John 316, that was the name of the place.
Yeah, that's in Aberdeen
Delicious.
Center, not Aberdeen Square. Okay.
You have to walk a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta walk the dragon from Aberdeen Square to Aberdeen Center, and then while you're over there, there's like a nice little food court on the 3rd floor of the mall, and John 316 has a little express station over there, and they make the same food that you can have on John 316 at West Broadway. But of course, we weren't that close to that one. That one's over in the Fairview neighborhood. So.
And the food was insane. I had roti canai with beef rendang. Oh,
Yeah.
so
But
good.
no
It is
wonder there
so
was like
good.
we went there because it was snowing. We knew there wouldn't be a friggin' line because there's a friggin' 20 to 30-minute line every single other time we've gone. Like, I don't know what's going on over there. Well, they're making good food, that's why.
I mean, the food was amazing. I had a little bit of his laksa. Unlike the Singaporean laksa or Indonesian laksa, Malaysian laksa is much sweeter. And of course, the version he had was a curry laksa, so you definitely get that curry flavor.
Curry
It is
laksa.
insane. It's so sweet. So, I mean, I don't know. On my beef rendang, you can really taste the herbs that really come through, the coconut flavors.
It
It's just
tasted good.
It's just good.
Just
Roti
leave it
canai
at
was
that.
flaky. That is probably that combination. It's very close to something we have in Bangladesh, which is like eating beef, or like I would say more like roasted beef
It's like beef
with
and
flaky
parathas.
parathas. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. And you gotta realize this roti canai culture came from South Indian immigrants who moved to
Yeah.
Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, all that part of Southeast Asia from South India, who brought South Asian roti and paratha, that culture with them. So eating a curry culture which they already had, and just adding that, instead of rice, adding that bread or flatbread culture from South India.
Sometimes he'll just put down a bowl of beef with like lots of gravy in front of me, which is made from like purple onions and a lot of other vegetables, and a few paradas, and then I get to eat that, and that tastes good, and I can't complain because I get fed. So
Yeah, I mean, it's good. We love Malaysian food, and it's pretty easy. I'm gonna even give you the real secret. If you look at the ingredients of any laksa paste, it has all of the things you need given.
shh.
Okay. Then you can
Don't
just
give
buy a
your
laksa paste
secrets
and look it up.
away.
Just figure out your own recipe. Everybody does a different one. I
Laksa's
actually
hard to make. Hard to make. We shall make money off of laksa.
hopefully, I don't know. I would love to make laksa. Laksa is one of those dishes that I genuinely love to eat, and I like to cook things that I love to eat. Unlike those pizzas I make for you with pineapple on top of it. Other than that, I love everything I cook. So
He
yeah,
just
I
turned me
enjoy
off
it.
of pineapple pizza. Made some wonderful pineapple pizza, but he just kept making it, and then he just kept serving it to me, and eventually I just cracked and was like, I can't have pineapple pizza anymore.
I mean, it's not my fault. You're the one who likes that kind of abomination of a pizza. I usually like multiple meats. Put a little bit of like pepperoni. Put some like shredded deli meat on it. Lovely. Have some like a
That's
red
the
pepper.
other thing. He'd make me a pineapple pizza, and then all of a sudden he'd turn around and have something that I would be actually interested in. I was like, I want that one. It's like, well, eat your pineapple pizza. I'm like, okay.
I mean, you choose to have pineapple pizza. It's your choice. So you go with what you. I respect people of all types, even those who like
If
pineapple
he
on their
serves me a
pizza.
pineapple pizza, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, no. No, he's finally officially broken me.
Well, it almost reminds me of that song.
What?
That Miley's Wrecking Ball song. It's like, oh, wanted you to open your hearts. All you did was break me, and it's like I broke him.
Miley's good. I don't mind Miley, but
Yeah, pineapple pizza, no good. But yeah,
I'm more interested in Yukon Blonde that's coming through the neighborhood over in Kitsilano.
ooh,
They're gonna be coming down. They're a band. They're a Canadian band, and they're going over, and they're gonna play at the Old Hollywood Theater in Greektown. It should be a good show.
We have literal friends who have apartments on or around Metro Vancouver who are already getting queries by their friends about the Taylor Swift concert that's going to happen in December
Oh
2024.
yeah. So
11 months early.
lots of people are thinking about, hey, can I make money off a Taylor Swift concert? Because
Or something like that. You want to just
temporarily open an unofficial Airbnb or have a real Airbnb. I'm just like, go for it.
Yeah, Vancouver's economy is
yeah.
gonna get that Taylor Swift economy bump. I mean, imagine that if a single Taylor Swift concert can have the effect of your prime minister going out on social media begging for her to come and visit and do like concert dates in Canada. So you know that Taylor Swift economy power. So yeah,
That's
work
the
Taylor.
only thing that was ever done right was, well, no, that wasn't even done right. He should have just kept his mouth shut. Taylor Swift is always going to come to Canada.
Yeah,
She's
this
just
is part of
playing
our
us.
marketing game. Do you think Taylor Swift can sustain a North American audience? Canada is not as big as like probably New York or California, even all of Canada combined. But still, it's a entire country from
What's she doing?
Vancouver,
She's playing Toronto and Vancouver.
Toronto, and Vancouver, the only cities getting Taylor Swift dates.
So Calgary, I'm sorry, you're out. You're left out.
I don't know. We're just making that decision because we don't actually know if Calgary is going to get a date or not. I know for a fact Toronto and Vancouver is going to have.
Is Taylor Swift playing in Calgary?
We're asking Google about it. What's the T?
Here's what I found.
Yeah, they're playing Calgary.
She's coming to Calgary. Sweet.
Okay, respect then. I know a challenging one. Hold on here. I have to start it all over again.
Okay.
Is Taylor Swift going to Winnipeg?
I found these results.
Who knows? We have to actually
She's
look.
playing in Winnipeg too.
Tour in Canada, Rogers Centre, Toronto. Actually, this is all the dates and stuff. Work. We still don't know which cities in Canada she's playing.
Anyways, if you're
Yeah.
a Swiftie, you're probably more interested in that than I am.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna be
Google
good for
can
the
be
economy.
wrong,
Local
too.
economy is gonna bump. We're good. You're probably out and about this weekend more than I
Local
would.
economy is gonna bump. It's gonna be like a Harry Styles tour. It's gonna be chicken boa feathers everywhere. It's gonna be like we're drowning.
Oh God!
in the
Please don't
sea
bring
of
the chicken boa feathers again. Dear
Oh,
God.
where was I? Yeah, I was out and about today because there's a bus strike that's coming here in Vancouver tomorrow. If they don't resolve it
Oh,
tonight,
hey,
they're at the
hey.
negotiating table right now. The bus supervisors, or the people who supervise the bus people, I don't know. Anyways, one of the TransLink unions is
No,
saying
this
they're
is
gonna
Coast
strike.
Mountain Transit, I believe.
Coast Mountain Transit.
Coast
yeah,
Mountain.
they run all the buses and all of this and the sea bus. So they run all of the buses, regular buses and sea bus.
There's like different agencies. There's BC Transit or BC Transport.
Yeah.
Then there's Metro TransLink, and there's Coast Mountain.
Because
I
we
think
live in the UBC area, we rely on the 99 and the 84 and a bunch of those other buses, like the 41 too. So, you know, like, hey, what can you say? So 48-hour strike, maybe starting at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. Fair enough. Like, if they feel the need to strike, we don't have a real opinion on that, except for the fact that we ain't going anywhere. Very far.
I had to film in this crappy
Unless
weather.
you call it Uber,
Yeah, I made sure I had like some backup video content filmed for Google
So
Go
that's what I
ahead
was
of time.
doing today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and I walked past they were trying to have a food cart festival over at the Vancouver Art Gallery Square. There's a good chips, like In-Dish was there. There's a mac and cheese truck.
Work?
Okay, there's another truck. It didn't look like all the trucks are there because it was gonna be a pretty crappy rainy day. I got out there during the center of the storm, and like, you know, literally 30 minutes later it was like downpour, and it's still a downpour right now, and all of that ice and snow is starting to disappear. But, you know, if you ever shoveled snow or something like that, if you have a little hill of snow or you have a little bit of the snowplow hill still, that's going to be sticking around
Well,
till tomorrow morning.
from
It'll
last-
be like a little bit of ice and snow left on the corner curb. Yeah.
From last Sunday to today, within literally 1 week, we have a 26 degree Celsius difference in temperature between -19 and +6 degrees right
Yeah,
now.
So I leave for Toronto with -19 real feel, and I come back and it's like, and it's literally like 4 degrees outside. I was just like,
will-
what?
yeah. Not 4 degrees, but probably close to 0. Yeah.
Well, I landed at night, so at that point in time it was colder. So I would
Yeah.
agree with you on that.
So there was quite a bit of a dramatic weather difference, but today, at least the snow made sure that places like Capilano, Whistler, they have all of those like ski people have a good time. At least they're gonna finally.
Ski people, they're ski people.
What
They're
else?
not people who like skiing. They're actually ski people. The skis are attached. Their feet are skis.
Why
And
not?
snowboards. Sure.
I mean, linguistics are different. Now we are calling pregnant women pregnant people. That wow. I mean, so if people are gonna use words which are weird, like instead of for thousands of years calling women women, we are now gonna call pregnant women pregnant people and stuff like that.
Aye.
So I'm gonna call them ski people because they ski. That's what they do, and they wait for snow because when snow happens, they go out and they freaking go out and do these things. I was like, when snow happens, I stay indoors. I have a coffee every 2 hours. I drink soup. And there's a freaking space heater near me, because that's what a civilized person does. Bitch and complain until winter is over.
That's the same thing that a Scarborough would do, whether Scarborough is here or over back in Scarborough.
Yeah, you used to go get your freaking double, you meet up with your buds, and then you bitch and complain about weather. It's a long Canadian tradition. People have been doing this for millennia, or as long as we've been colonized and immigrants have been coming into this country.
Really?
We bitched and complained about freaking weather. You know who didn't bitch and complain?
Oh, you make it a hobby to complain about the weather.
That is a Canadian pastime. What else are you gonna do about it? Oh, we're not gonna talk about the elephant in the room, which is basically a heating system that's keeping us alive. Take off the heating system and you're all
In
dead.
Vancouver here, they have a lot of baseboard heaters, and of course we got a place that's heated by baseboard heaters because
They're not that good.
The electrical grid. He's just learning about baseboard heaters. He called
They're
me on
not
the
that
trip.
good.
And here I am in Toronto. I'm filing a ticket with the landlord, and I'm just like, hey, can you check out the baseboard heaters? Okay, husband over here says they're not working. And I'm not sure, so if you just check if they're working, great. If they're not, great. And I just had to explain to him, just like, it's not like it's going to be blasting heat out. It's just like a slow leak of hot air that just comes out and then slowly just rises up and heats up the whole place and nice and cozy. But when it gets to -21, those things struggle. That's why you need the heaters. This place is not built for -21.
You want to be energy efficient. You want to be all about saving the earth and all of that mumbo jumbo. And you no. Let me finish my length. But you still don't have freaking 2 pane glasses. You have put up 2 pane glasses and really seal the windows.
The
it really
genius
helps.
of the Lower Mainland and Vancouver developers.
Single pane glasses. That's weird.
Yeah. And you go like an hour up north here in British Columbia, double pane glass everywhere. Because why? That's a lot of a colder area. They always get snow.
And that's a very easy way to keep your home warmer. You just get your double pane glass.
It's like they're just like, how can we cut down on building costs? Oh, we'll only put in single pane glass. Oh, if we do it for this building, we have to do it for everywhere else. So it doesn't matter. You go downtown, you got single pane glass. Even in the brand new buildings, it's just like ridiculous.
So let me give you the skinny on the adjustment you have to make if you move from Ontario to British Columbia. The biggest difference you're gonna face is number one, windows are like this. They're a single pane. They're not double pane windows, so it is definitely colder compared.
That's
Although
what my
the
boss was bitching about. He was just like, "You were cold in British Columbia and Vancouver." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah. Well, you guys aren't made
It
for
is.
that. You have single pane glass everywhere."
Yeah, that is
I
number
was like,
one.
"Wow, he knows that. Cool."
That is number one. You definitely have colder homes in British Columbia, although
Yeah.
it's generally warmer than Ontario, which is way colder, but because of the system, it's just much colder here. Number two, you'll notice is just, I don't know. I've just definitely lost my train of thought because you.
It rains all the time.
No, rain is not even that's not even the thing. It's British Columbia. It's gonna rain.
Ah,
Whatever,
the
whatever,
rainforest.
yeah.
I was ready for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
there's the second one that's not related to rain, but we can't remember that right now, so who cares?
Yeah, somebody. It's okay. It's okay. You come and you learn your ways. I'm pretty sure there are people out there who are like, wear more clothes. Well, yeah, we're wearing more layers than we would do in Toronto. We'd probably wear
No.
warmer, like cooler clothes in Toronto inside with their heating compared to British Columbia. Here, we need to learn how to like layer up indoors just because of the heating cooling
You
situation.
shouldn't have to layer up indoors. You should be able to enjoy your home however you'd like, you know?
Also, another thing now I remember a little bit is that like people are used to trash chutes and trash in apartments
Oh,
across
yeah,
Ontario.
over in
Here
Toronto,
you have to
yeah.
physically take your trash down on a separate space that is outside of the condo space or a building, where you have to meticulously throw everything on different little bins, and then on the garbage pickup day the garbage company comes and everything that has been cherry picked and separated, like papers, containers, glass containers, everything is thrown in the same dump truck. Because why? Because they have separators and extractors in garbage facilities, and what they do. So yeah, we have to physically go out instead of trash chutes they used to have in Ontario.
We have to physically sort the trash ourselves by British Columbia laws, and then the garbage companies and the recycling companies come by and mix it all back together and then sort it themselves out anyways. Just like in Ontario, it's just like,
It's a different world.
They
It's a
make
different-
up these rules just to keep people busy, like really.
Yeah.
And you have to take your garbage, like if you're in Toronto, okay, or in any other major city in Ontario, you have a garbage chute. You put your garbage down the garbage chute in the garbage bag, and that's fine. Over here, you actually have to take it outside, regardless of if you're on like the 3rd floor or the
10th floor or
18th floor
20th
or
floor,
whatever.
yeah.
Buildings really don't go that tall over here, but anyways. And then you have to hope that there's no raccoons poking around in the garbage bin when you're trying to throw it out. Otherwise, you're going to hear, "Chair." They really literally sound like that. And it's just like, oh, hey guys, I'm just going to give you more food. Here you go. Garbage bag in. And I walk away very, very carefully.
Because most people don't even know how to properly close the top of the
Oh,
garbage
well, that's
things.
a different
the
thing
lid stays open,
altogether.
and what does that mean? Dinner for raccoon and family.
It's like, open up
Free
the
buffet.
friggin' lid, throw your garbage in, close the friggin' lid, which means you gotta lift the bar to close it down, okay? These people lift up the lid, then they try to pull it down. They're like, why isn't the trash lid going down? It's like, there's a bar you gotta push up. And then the second thing is they don't wanna touch it because it'll get gross. It's like, you already pushed it up. Just carry a little bit of hand sanitizer, and if it really bothers you, and that'll clean your hands. Like, whatever. What can you say? What can you do? So
The only good thing I would say is that because glass containers and like tin cans are separated, there are unfortunately a lot of people who do rely on collecting cans and glass
it
jars
used to
and
just
things.
be homeless people out here who would go around and collect the gas cans. Now we have people driving in Porsches and Mercedes-Benz and stopping their car at every single place, okay, whether it's a house or an apartment building or a complex, and literally going through the trash And it's ridiculous. Everyone in this building here just looks out the window and watches the people picking through our trash. It's like entertainment. It's like, oh, I guess those are the new raccoons. Who are those? Poor people who have to, go for cans. Because any can that you throw out here, you can take to a depot and you can return it for money. There's a money where you can return cans and glass jars. And not just beer cans and stuff like that. Like regular cans, regular glass jars as well. Hey, how's it going, Samantha? Nice to see you. Word to
Hello.
you too.
Yeah, we're just
heard
yapping
word in a
about
while.
going random things. going
Word's
on.
coming back, eh? People are now like, word.
90s is coming back. I mean, you saw the 2010s were everything about 80s. So 2020s are gonna be the decade of remembering 90s.
Yeah, I
the
bought
last
some
good
regular
decade.
jeans from Zara, and I found out they put some distressed marks here or there, so they've mastered the distress. I was just like, this is just why I didn't buy jeans that have holes in them, but apparently it's the thing. I'm like, okay,
I mean,
fair enough.
we are the last generation that's keeping the skinny jeans alive. I would freaking buy a freaking skinny jeans, and I don't care anybody thinks whatever about it.
Well,
It's
skinny
my
jeans
right
actually
and
will
choice
never
to wear
go
a
away.
skinny jean.
There'll always be skinny jeans because there's always going to be some twinks that want skinny jeans.
Yeah, any jean
You know?
that hugs your body, shows your plump ass.
I don't think
Oh,
they're gonna go for because on a guy it's gonna look weird if they're wearing that just like thin strappy fabric that's not jean like.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And so,
You can
yeah.
obviously see I don't know what I'm talking about.
But I also noticed those
I just
bell-bottom
like jeans.
jeans from 90s, especially late 90s, are making a
Oh, I
comeback.
had a pair of those back in the day. I don't have a pair now. It's all skinny jeans. So.
I remember when I was much younger, having a bell-bottom pants in the 90s, denim that would flap around like this. It's just that's making a comeback.
We used to, if we couldn't find baggier jeans back in the day, we used to just like cut the jeans in half, insert a piece of fabric so that we could make them as big and as baggy as we possibly wanted to. And, different people had, including myself, had some fashion mistakes that we made back in the day. But that was like over 20 years ago. So and now I know better. Just go to Zara or another nice shop and get some nice jeans.
It hurts to think that the 90s were over 24 years ago. Let that sink in. Over 24 years ago, the 90s hasn't. So 2.5 decades. Or
Makes
almost
me old. It makes him old too.
We're all old. Who cares? Being old rocks. I mean, I would rather be old and depressed than be young and full of anxiety and fear. At least with your depression, you're already aware of what's going on. And a young person full of anxiety, not knowing what's going on in the world, feeling that kind of freaking out and whatever's going on. Rather be an informed old grown-up person who realizes what's going on in the world and is depressed about it. Yeah, that's the kind we are right now. Old and depressed, not young and full of anxiety. But I think that goes for everyone. I think that's what we are waiting for, our 50s. Like that's when you enter your daddy era. You're confident, you're calm, you don't care about anything. You know what you want, you know exactly what you don't want in your life, and you just go for it. You don't care about following somebody else's rules or somebody else's
I don't
anything.
care about following anyone's rules right now.
No, but we still give an F. If you're people in their 50s, a lot of them don't. Just do not give an F.
What do I give an F about?
You still get bothered about people. I get bothered about other people. If there is a person who's being incredibly loud and inconsiderate in a bus, you get triggered hard.
Well, I didn't want to embarrass you by saying, hey, didn't I talk to you previously? I can't swear on this channel, but then basically there's this guy that I've told to get off the bus, and when he sees me, he gets off the bus because he's pretty scared of me now. And he shouldn't be on the bus in the first place. He stinks like hell. And he just yells at the
Yeah,
bus
that's
driver.
you're literally proving
And like,
the point. That's
why
what
is he yelling at the bus driver? The bus driver can't do anything. He's like, it's just a bus driver. It's just a guy driving a bus, so who cares?
proving my point. If you're in your 50s, you wouldn't care. You'd just whatever and move on to your seat, put your headphones on, and just mind your own business.
That's what young people do these days, anyways.
I mean, young people are a
Young
reflection of
people
what
are
they-
the new 50s.
That's what they do, though. Like I agree. I mean, one of my favorite YouTube TikTokers or creators, I would say, is called a person called Jordan the Stallion, and they're famous. They do all those videos
Not
about
Megan
like
the Stallion, Jordan the Stallion.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
this is a 26-year-old person, and his big commentary on his own videos is all about how everybody, including people in like White House and stuff, thinks that this person is like in their 40s or something, like a father of kids. It's like, and this is his video. I'm the kid here. I'm 26-year-old. I live with my mom and dad. And they're like, everybody thinks he's the dad in the situation with young kids. So I mean, yeah, that's a generation thing, and a lot of Gen Z say that like because they go with so much, I don't know. Well, we've been through the same things like 9/11,
Millennials.
COVID, millennial things. So all of this stress and trauma really ages people up. So they just go for these things, and they're like, ooh, it's just, yeah. I mean, remember we had these conversations in Toronto, like after 2020, by 2021, we literally looked at each other and like within 1 year of that, our first day of lockdown or something, we were like, wow, we look so much older.
Yeah, but Toronto lockdown was a bad scene. Let's be honest. It was like a perpetual lockdown.
Longest in the world.
There was like 2 or 3 weeks in between the first lockdown and the second lockdown. That was it. So we're glad we're over here. Apparently, it didn't lock down very long. Hey, Big G, look at oh, cool. Big G saying, always funny looking back at yourself and others in photos, etc. Well, that's true.
I mean, if you guys go back and look at our older videos, you will literally notice the ones from the first part of the catalog.
Hey, Big G.
Hey.
He's saying, hey, guys.
So if you go back to our old catalog and look at our older videos, you will literally notice how much we have physically changed, how much our the way we interact, the things we say, starting off as young. Well, I wouldn't use the word young. I'm using it liberally.
Oh, we weren't young at that
we were
point in
new
time.
YouTubers, new on the blog, starting to speak a little bit, trying to figure out what kind of content we wanted to make.
And this is the channel that we try to do stuff on, but occasionally neglect because we're just too tired.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You can't really blame yourself for it. We did the best job we could. We both got pretty banged up from COVID. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die. You thought that I was gonna die too. The fact that our health bounced back, we moved to this new province, the good air, away from like literally living right next to Gardner Expressway in downtown
Well,
Toronto.
I think that was part of it. We were living in the South
We were
Core,
smoking
right
breathing
next
fumes.
right next to the Gardner. Like you go and you live right next to a major highway in Canada, and it really affects you mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Not just the exhaust smoke, but the constant sound.
And the vibration, the building is
Yeah.
like shakes.
You move
the
out
whole
to
time.
you move out to the UBC area over here, and you're just surrounded by the Pacific Spirit Regional Park, and it's just quiet.
That park
peacefulness,
literally
and
is
the occasional student who's way too drunk yelling on the street.
that park is literally a buffer between us and like rest of Vancouver, including like Point Grey and Kitsilano.
Yeah.
Like you have the golf course and the park that pretty much cuts off little university endowment lands into a little space. You don't get any noise. The first couple of nights here, I couldn't sleep. Honestly, I had to turn on white noise machine, just because like it was eerie. It's like
No, I
so
didn't
quiet.
walk over to McDonald's today. I went into the edge of the building, looked out, was like, I'm not walking in this. McDonald's isn't too far away, but I'm not walking.
I did make you
To the
breakfast this
UBC.
morning.
Oh, he made an awesome breakfast. I got sausages, fried eggs, tater tots. I love tater tots. They're so much better than
Get
just
jam
like
and bread too.
hash browns. Yeah, and then the jam and bread.
Yeah.
Typical white breakfast, and I loved
Something
it.
you get
Loved
in
it.
any diner in Toronto or Vancouver. So yeah,
Well,
it's the
any
diner food.
Caucasian diner, yeah. It needs to be like, yeah. So you'll get some kind of version of that.
Also, if you have alcohol the night before, it's a great hangover cure. The grease from sausages, bacon, or eggs, it like really helps like take that thing up. I feel like if you feel like you've had a few drinks the night before, go for it. It's a very simple and easy way to really take up all of that extra alcohol out of the system, flush it out, and you start your day fresh. You go out, you have a little bit of a smoke of this
I like
and that,
the tater tots better
have
than the
a
hash
warm cup
browns.
of coffee, and then you do your business and you're happy.
That's really what I missed, because like I like going to McDonald's on the weekend and having one of their extra sugary coffees just for fun. So I didn't have that today. So
I did make
I'm
a
okay with
fruit
that.
juice.
You made some good stuff for me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do nowadays? It's like boring ass time, so they were just trying to stay busy. We watched Drag Race, that's back, and well, season 16
Oh,
is
Megami
insane.
has to go. Megami is.
Why
I'm
are
not
you-
down with Megami. No, Megami had a horrible talent show. Just decided to go out and do lip syncing. How is that a friggin' talent? If you're lip syncing, and not even a good lip sync too, it's like a low energy, and all she did
Let
was
my
hold up
husband
some
ramble.
billboards. I was just like, nope, this girl's gotta go. And then they had the design challenge where they sew dresses, and of course, somebody cheated, and the cheater had to go before Megami. So the cheater not only cheated everyone there, they cheated us too, because they had to go before Megami went. Megami shouldn't have gone that week.
Go off, sis.
I have my issues, and drag race is important, and I'm very passionate about it because of that. I'm one of the original Jinx Monsoon fans. When Jinx Monsoon came out, I was like, I'm back at Jinx Monsoon. Everyone's just
Didn't
like,
you watch
"Oh."
the first season like 5 or 6 years after it aired?
I was still back in Jinx Monsoon.
Go off. Plain Jane from Boston, that's my favorite one. I was like, funny. We needed a villain for a long time. Candy
Plain Jane's
Muse
good,
was
but
there with like,
Nifia Wins is person I'm backing this time with Drag Race.
yeah, this Boston queen loves to play catty
What, Plain
games.
Jane?
Yeah.
Plain Jane is so catty.
You know
They're
what?
so catty.
Start
You
the
gotta check it out.
pot, gaslight
So
people,
much
start
drama
a fight,
going
just
on.
do something. Yeah, it's boring AF. Life's boring, and she
They're
like
just like stirring the pot there. They're like, might as well make some entertaining TV. It's just like, yeah.
that was fun. I mean, what else did we really do besides that? It's been a pretty like insane week. We stayed
Well,
busy with work.
I caught an episode of Monarch too on Apple TV. That's always cool. I love
I stopped watching
Godzilla
it because he
walk
has
around.
gone off the rails and watched a bunch of episodes by himself. So I just went off the rack. So
He never was really into it in the first place. So. And at the end of this episode, they had King Kong come out, and it's just like King Kong, and they're on Skull Island. And I was just like, this is cool. You gotta have God. Well, they have to have a reason, I guess, to the television show to put Godzilla and King Kong together because they're coming out to save the world next, aren't they? That's like an upcoming movie or something like that. It's gonna be coming out, and Godzilla's got like this mechanical arm too, and enhances his power. I'm like, okay, whatever. Or not Godzilla, King Kong, because Godzilla's got like the nuclear blast breath.
work.
Which probably is pretty stinky too. What are you grossed out with that? Things life.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a busy work week. And the last 2 days, we did chill out with friends for a bit. That was
bright
fun.
and early tomorrow at 4 a.m. So what can you say? What can you do?
Work.
Mm-hmm.
Literal
It's
work.
all about literal work. Yeah. So luckily we don't have to go on the bus tomorrow. to work or get picked up by a friend. We should be working from home, so I'm just gonna chill out. But if I did, I'd be a little stressed out, So
Yeah, I feel bad if the strike thing goes on with the weather being this. I feel for everybody who's gonna commute tomorrow. That's gonna be horrible
it's
in
gonna
Metro
be
Vancouver
chaos.
area.
I
So
would
that's
love to
not
film that. I live way
fun.
too far away. We're gonna be abandoned over here. That's fine. There's grocery stores around. There's the H Mart. There's the Whole Foods. We'll figure it out. Oh, you have to pay the bill. Yeah, you gotta pay the bills. Big Jesus saying have to pay the bills. Yeah, that's true. So just have to pay the bills. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Gotta keep the lights on.
And speaking of keeping the lights on, how about I'm getting pretty hungry.
So yeah, I think we're gonna get some dinner. I'm gonna go and whip something up. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Big G says, "Work the curse of the drinking of the drinking class."
Yeah,
the drinking class. Anyways, thanks for coming along again. I'm Jerome.
I'm Asif.
And remember to like the video, okay? And we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Thanks for coming out.